There's a very interesting thing that is going to happen in the BJP. Many people thought that it's always going to be like this, but no, the BJP has tried to show that they believe in party democracy. Amit Shah tenure as the BJP party president is about to be over. He created many people, there are many highs and lows in the BJP under his presidency. But is he going to control the BJP via a remote control, or will it actually make way for a new leadership? We'll look at the highs and lows of Amit Shah as party chief, trying to understand the BJP's Shah times. On your screen right now, we are trying to decode the Shah times in the Bharatiya Janata Party. We are expecting that before the end of this month, there will be a change of guard at the BJP's helm of affairs. So, Amit Shah, leading the BJP's dream run, he was appointed in charge of Uttar Pradesh in 2014, much before taking over as the party chief. And at that moment, we all know he delivered 73 seats, which led to UP's first ever majority government and the biggest tally from the BJP ever in Uttar Pradesh. He was elected BJP president in July 2014. That was for the first time he became BJP president. Won 4 of the 5 assembly polls in the first year itself, that is in 2014. Turned the entire northeast into a BJP bastion. Made inroads into Kerala and West Bengal. BJP ruled 7 states in 2014, in fact reached 21 in 2018. And don't worry, I'm going to talk about the lows as well. So these are the highs as far as Amit Shah's tenure is concerned. BJP crossed 300 seats in 2019 Lok Sabha polls. Credit goes to him as well. Highest number in BJP's electoral history. First government to return with a majority since 1971. All of this to his credit. I mean, the Prime Minister also gives him all this credit. Now, how did he transform the BJP? He enrolled over 10 crore party workers since 2014. We know about that massive enrollment drive of the Bharatiya Janata Party between 2019, that is after winning the elections, till now. He redesigned BJP's election campaign strategies, booth-level participation called Panna Pramukh's door-to-door campaign, used electoral mathematics with tech and data. Many people think that this is a little controversial also. Ideology on his sleeves. This man used to wear his ideology on his sleeves. He still does. He's not shy of being a nationalist Hindu. Claims that very boldly. Not shy of give and take in forming alliances. He's very quick. He's faced a lot of flack also, drawn a lot of flack also for being absolutely open and brazen about it. Ready to use available opportunities. And there are more than enough examples of this. Balancing equations between the BJP and the RSS on a number of occasions we have seen that happen. And Shah has Prime Minister Modi's eyes and ears, which by the way is being spoken about a lot and criticized a lot in the run-up to CAA and NRC, where people say that the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing. Both are speaking in contrarian languages. Is that the truth? We'll soon know. Now, breaks in his dream run, his lows in his tenure. In Karnataka, fell short of majority, where suddenly, for a year only, there was a government formed between Mr. H.D. Kumaraswamy, supported by the Congress party. Then you have Gujarat. He returned with reduced numbers in 2017. People said that where has all your magic gone? Do also remember one of the points that we have not mentioned here, his own Rajya Sabha candidature from Gujarat, and how he tried to fit in another person from the BJP, and how Ahmed Patel led a coup against him, and that led to a midnight drama. In Maharashtra, out of power despite alliance majority. In Haryana, reduced numbers, sought the support of an alliance. So all of this is being seen as breaks in his dream run as well. He lost power in many states, and this is also going to be part of his legacy as party president. Chhattisgarh in 2018, Rajasthan in 2018, Madhya Pradesh in 2018, and Jharkhand in 2019. In fact, the BJP's tally is down from 21. And you can see that the saffron all around the India map is now shrinking. But Amit Shah's 2 bold moves will be spoken about, and could this leave a mixed legacy, ladies and gentlemen? Move 1 was stealth action around the abrogation of Article 370, where the response was that a divided opposition did not know how to respond to Shah's big move. You saw criticism around keeping Jammu and Kashmir without internet for 5 months. Even now it is being spoken about, and 36 union ministers will now, as a part of an outreach, be going to Jammu and Kashmir after 5 months of this. Detention of senior Jammu and Kashmir leaders is still a raging political debate up until this point. So mixed reactions as far as his legacy is concerned on move number 1. Move number 2 is Citizenship Amendment Act. What has been the response? It has divided opinion sharply in 2 broad categories. Anti-CAA and pro-CAA protests are taking place all over the country. Students and activists have turned against the government decision, and government is planning to brazen it out, ready to risk perception. So that all will be part of Amit Shah's legacy. At this moment, I have a very, very interesting guest with me to discuss this further and what is his understanding. Rakesh Sinha, BJP MP, is now with us. You have worked closely with the RSS. You are now an MP of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Mr. Sinha, thank you so much for speaking to NDTV. My first question to you is, of course, as a BJP man, you're going to say that his legacy is fantastic. He'll be remembered for all his achievements. But what about the sore points here that I mentioned? Is this also not part of his legacy?
You know, first thing is that the echo ho raha, kindly, hello.
Yes, I'll get that fixed, Mr. Sinha. You were saying.
You know, when Amit Shah ji became party president, he faced twin challenges. Delhi's politics was mostly image-driven politics. That is a contribution of 1970s onwards, that politicians projected their image, and that contributed dualism in politics. Amit Shah ji has been free from that dualism and that image-driven politics. So he is the man who says something, and he feels something, he thinks something. There is a complete consistency in that. That I consider in any politics, whether you agree or disagree with the person. But if these qualities you find in a politics, that creates a healthy tradition in politics. And Amit Shah ji has been complimented more than once by Prime Minister himself for his historic role as a party president. What is another important thing for Amit Shah ji is that when he became party president, his span in Delhi was a very short span in Delhi before becoming the party president. So he was not very much familiar with the Delhi's politics, that is national capital's politics. And you know, in national politics there has been unhealthy collision. Media has a very important role in democracy. Without media, democracy cannot survive. Politics has a very important role to play in civil society. Both have important role, but some kind of aberrations had taken place in this country in the 1970s, 80s, and now it is more prominently very obvious. The unhealthy combination between politics and media, that he has broken. That party president, as a politician, he has not depended on such image-making process. But most important thing for Amit Shah ji is that in politics there is a kind of elitism. When you are a party president, some kind of elitism, the distance between the party president and the common worker. It is a common trend in the Bharatiya Janata Party and Jansangh. The party president is a position of responsibility. We have the party president who used to move with a bicycle, and we have Deen Dayal Upadhyay ji, and there is a very healthy tradition in the party. Nobody is from dynasty, nobody is from the monarchy. So Amit Shah ji, as a party president at the stage when party has been a ruling party, or party is near to the rule the country, has in many states party has government. Amit Shah ji obliterated the distance between the common worker and the party president. He worked, he campaigned, and he thought in a way a common worker in the street worked, thought, and felt. So he made quite obvious that in all other parties, when you compare Amit Shah ji with the party, just ending, all other parties, when you find that party president adds some elitism, he is free from any iota of elitism. You can agree, you can disagree, you can criticize him. In democracy, one should be ready
I'm
for
not
criticism.
going to challenge
but
what
that
you're
is
saying.
that is the merit to which every political party should imitate.
Okay, my only point, Mr. Sinha, over here is you say that he has not depended on the media for building his image and there is a nexus between politicians and the media. Well, this is a criticism that holds in favor of this government. In fact, this government is accused of having very favorable press, almost no questions asked. Don't you think that this criticism will stay, which will also be part of Mr. Shah and Mr. Modi's legacy? Absolutely muted
in fact, we are in entire world there is a trend of polarization, and we are living in the world where media is also polarized. No, it is not. India is not exception. You go America and you see how New York Times and Washington Post have their own view and other media have own view. In India, I accept this fact that there is a polarization in the media. You have to accept this fact. We should not be blind to the realities which is emerging in the Indian politics. But at the same time, I am telling you, when Narendra Modi ji entered into national politics, and even before entering the national politics, when there was a chance that he can become a national leader, he can become even the prime minister or the party's prime minister candidate, the kind of allegation and the magnitude of opposition Narendra Modi ji faced, and thereafter Amit Shah ji faced, is unparalleled in the Indian political history. It is unparalleled. Whether you are right or I am right, that the merit, both have their own merit. I don't decide even the critics.
The point, Mr. Sinha, over here is when you are in public office.
Just let Sanket ji, let me complete.
Yes.
Right from Jawaharlal Nehru to Indira Gandhi and Rajiv Gandhi or even Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji or Devi Gaura ji and Indra Kumar Gujral all have been prime minister. They are great people in their own. But nobody had faced such criticism, such opposition. An unwanted, undesirable opposition. The adjectives used for Narendra Modi ji, later on Amit Shah ji, is unacceptable in Indian politics.
No, but then Mr. Sinha,
this allegation that
I would like to come in here.
The BJP.
Yes, Mr. Sinha, my final question to you. You say undesirable opposition. All opposition is desirable. Opposition should always be desirable. That is my little take. And we can have a discussion separately on this. But my final point to you is these two moves. Move number one was abrogation of 370 and move number two is Citizenship Amendment Act, which are being seen as directly engineered and directed by Amit Shah. Do you feel that these two moves and the brazenness with which they are being pushed and the politics around it will have a mixed legacy?
You know, as far as Article 370 is concerned, this has been the part of the manifesto of Bharatiya Janata Sangh and Bharatiya Janata Party. This has been also the part of our constitutional agenda. Constitutional agenda, not BJP, the Indian Constitution's agenda. When Jawaharlal Nehru himself said that, it was a temporary measure. Those who made it a permanent, so it was contested by the Bharatiya Janata Sangh, later on Bharatiya Janata Party. And you remember that Narendra Modi ji has started a new discourse on Article 370 in 2014, when he raised some secular issues like it is anti-gender, anti-OBC, anti-SC/ST,
no,
and
36 ministers going for an outreach post this move. So, now the latest
no,
is
I think the Article 370 was abrogated with a full democratic mandate and democratic discourse. In Parliament, there was a free and fair discourse. Opposition have criticized, and every question was answered by Amit Shah ji.
Okay.
As far as CAA is concerned, I think this opposition is both immoral and against our constitutional ethos. The CAA fulfills both civilizational, constitutional ethos.
Okay.
You don't want to respect the minorities of those states who are victims, then nobody can help.
Mr. Sinha, CAA alone is fine. Thank you so much for joining us. CAA alone, I don't think there is any criticism, but juxtaposed with the NRC is where the confusion begins. But I'm going to leave that for a later discussion. Thank you so much for joining us.